Hi everyone, Dianey here with Terrific Planner again. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is my meal prep video. It's not going to be exactly like I wanted because my audio on the video wasn't on there. So I had to do a voiceover and I sped it up pretty much through the whole thing just so I can kind of tell you guys what I was doing as I went along. Hopefully the next one will be a little bit shorter and I can actually be on the actual video without it being a voiceover. But I hope you guys enjoy it. I did meal prep a lot of stuff. So yeah, I'm showing you guys what I did over this weekend. All right, guys. Hope you enjoy. All right, guys. So here is the meal prep. I'm starting off with the onions here in my Ninja food processor, or little chopper. I have a bag full of onions. It's just a small bag and some extras. And then on the stove, I have some pork sausage cooking. And that is for all the stuff on the side, the eggs, tortillas, and all that. I'm making breakfast burritos, but you'll see that later on in the video. So as you can see here, I'm just starting off by cutting up the onions. I'm taking the peels off, and then I'm gonna cut them up into smaller pieces and put them into the processor. I really like this processor. I had another one not that long ago, and it ended up getting stuck and I couldn't open it no matter what. And then once I tried opening it, it cracked. So I had to replace it, and I found this Ninja one which works really, really good, and it's really fast too. Right here I am showing you guys real quickly what the onions look like in the end. They're in little bags, and I'm putting them in a big Ziploc bag to put in the freezer. I left the purple onions out because I'm going to use those for the next thing here that you see. This is the tomatoes, jalapenos, cilantro and all that, and that's for some pico de gallo that I'm making real quick. I am also using the food processor for this. I am cutting up my tomatoes in small pieces just like I did for the onion, and I'm going to process those as well. But as you can see, it does a pretty good job. The tomatoes I didn't do an excellent job because there were still some big chunks that I needed to cut up later, but it still did a pretty good job. It was a lot quicker than me doing it by hand, so... And then the next thing I'm doing here is I am going to get some of this cilantro. I'm using half of the cilantro. I'm rinsing it off right now, and then I'm going to bring it back. And I am going to cut this by hand with my knife. I do like using my knife. This is a Cutco knife. You can find these, I don't know if they have them online. We actually have had ours for about 21 years, give or take. And I don't think we've ever sharpened it. So it's still really good. They're really good knives. So... we have a few of those, I think, two Cutco knives. They're pricey, but they're well worth the price. Obviously, if we've had it for 21 years and it's still in good condition and doesn't need to be sharpened yet. Here, I am just going to chop up the rest of the cilantro. I thought I might use some more with the pico de gallo, but I'm just going to keep it on the... Oh yeah, I did. I added some more, and then what was left over I put on the bowl for our tacos that we had for lunch that day. Then as you can see here, I used the processor for the jalapenos. I am going to keep the seeds next time on the jalapenos. As you saw, I don't know if you noticed, I took the seeds off. My husband wants it to be spicier. And there's our onion. Alright, so now I got a lime here, and I just did that to release some of the juices. If you do that or put it in the microwave for 10 seconds, it will actually get more juice out. Then I added some salt too, and then, just mixing it up. See, these are the big pieces that I told you that it didn't cut. It wasn't so bad, it was just a few little bigger pieces. Not horrible. There's the extra cilantro. And I clean up a little bit here and there as I go. It makes it a lot easier, especially with all the food prep I did this day. Alright, there you go. Now after I washed everything that I used for the chopper, I peeled up, I think it was a 5-pound bag of potatoes. And then here I'm just dicing them up. I'm going to put them in that bowl right there, and then I'm going to add some salt and olive oil so I can roast those. So you want to stir it up so it can actually coat every single piece. I lost my clip with my cookie sheets, so you won't see that, but they went into the oven. And then I had a block of cheddar cheese and a block of mozzarella cheese, so here I am shredding the block of cheddar cheese. And I put it into 2 Ziploc bags, and then one went in the fridge and the other one went into the freezer. The same with the mozzarella. See, here's the mozzarella. And I did the same exact thing. I just shredded it and then I put it in the freezer, and I put the other bag into the fridge. Right here I have eggs. In the back pan I have the sausage. That's done already. So here I have some eggs that I'm going to scramble. And then after those are done, they get moved to the back, as you can tell. And then I'm adding some of this shredded potatoes, hash browns basically. I'm putting half the bag in, and I'm going to use that along with the other 2 ingredients on the stove for my breakfast burritos. Now while those potatoes are cooking, I have about 8 eggs here, and I think I added 2 more in the end. So a total of 10 with a little bit of milk. I'm also adding some pepper and some salt. And then I'm going to whisk it all together. And this is for my egg muffins. It's kind of like little quiches, but without the crust. So whisk, 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 whisk. Once I'm done whisking it, I'm going to add the other ingredients that I mentioned. So here I am about to add the sausage. I'm not measuring any of this. I'm just throwing in what I think looks good. I ended up adding the extra 2 eggs, like I said, at the end because it was a little too much sausage. I should have added a little less, and I knew that once I saw the clump inside. That's some of the cheddar cheese I just shredded. I'm just stirring it together. And then the hash browns, what was left in the bag from the hash browns, I'm just going to put in the bottom, kind of like the crust. And then I'm going to pour some of the egg mixture on top of that. Now you can add anything to these little quiches. That's just what I had, but I mean, if you have tomatoes and spinach, that would be really good too. I'm just add different seasonings, maybe some Italian seasoning. But yeah, I'm just going to pour some of the mixture in like this. And my girls have tried these already and they love them, so they're really good. Into the oven it goes. I think I put them in for 375 degrees for 20 minutes and they came out perfect. Now here's the scrambled eggs, and I will be mixing in, as you can see here, the hash browns. And that's half the container, like I said, half the bag. And then to that is some more sausage. And then mixing it so every single piece is mixed together well, breaking down the sausage a bit as I go along. So I'm doing that, and then yeah, I'm adding a little more. I mean, you eyeball everything, you know, you can see what it looks like. But here's one of those flour tortillas that I got from my food haul. I can actually link that below if you want to see everything that I purchased on that trip. Here's some more of the cheddar cheese. These burritos are basically the same thing that I made for the little crustless quiches, but they're inside of a tortilla. So then I'm going to roll it up, and I am going to roll up a few of these and set them to the side, as you can see here. Here it is again. I'm going to show you. Just scoop some of the mixture into the center, add a little bit of your cheese, and then roll it up. Everybody rolls their burritos different. I've seen some people roll them from the other, like the bottom and the top first and then rolled in, but that just ends up with too much tortilla on the edges for me, so I like doing this. Here I have some parchment paper, as you can see in the background. It's all I had left, so I'm basically rolling my burritos in that. Wax paper works really good as well. And I'm doing this so I can put them inside of a Ziploc bag for, you guessed it, the freezer. This way, when you need a breakfast burrito, you just grab one, throw it in the microwave, and you're ready to go. So that is what the whole bag looks like right there. Whole bunch of breakfast burritos. Here's the potatoes out of the oven already. So I'm going to scoop some of these up and put them in these little containers. I got these containers from IKEA. I think I'm going to go back because I have to go get some furniture because we're going to start a project in our house where we're moving a lot of our rooms around. And we need more office supplies and stuff for the girls' rooms. Anyways, these are really, really good, and they came in really handy, and I really like the fact that they're made out of glass. So I'm having both of these little glass containers full, and then I had enough to make another cookie sheet of the potatoes, and I put that in the freezer. Okay, so here I'm making my meatballs. The flour that you see in there, that's oatmeal that I ground up, and then there's an egg and some Italian seasoning. It's just a really simple meatball to make. It's with ground turkey. You can make these in so many different ways too. I think the next time I'm going to add some shredded carrot and probably some spinach. And that would make them juicier too. They came out great. I actually had some for lunch today, and they're very yummy and very simple. They're basically my lunch for the week. I added some salt. There's the turkey. That's just a pound of turkey. And like I said, there's so many different ways to make these. You can add sauces to them afterwards. I just keep them really simple, and then I make, add them to different stuff. I put them with my salad, some spinach. And the possibilities are endless. They're very yummy though. They're more on the plain side. They're not super seasoned. So if you like something more seasoned, this probably would need more seasoning for you. But for lunch, it's okay. And this is a mini muffin tin. And I like using this for the little meatballs, to make meatballs, because they come out pretty even. Every time I do them on my own, I always make some too big, and this way they stay pretty small. There you go. I made all those meatballs right there, and then into the oven it goes as well. All right, here's everything. Here's the potatoes that are going in the freezer. Here's the ones that are going in the fridge. Here's the shredded cheese. I got 2 bags, as I said, one for the freezer, one for the fridge. Same with the mozzarella. Those are the meatballs right there. Those are going in the fridge for my lunches this week. That's all the onions going into the freezer. There is the egg muffins, freezer also. Breakfast burritos for the freezer. There is my pico de gallo. And then there's the leftover sausage that we have. And then I happened to make these pumpkin muffins, but I didn't get to film them. Okay guys, so that was the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already. I would really appreciate it. And don't forget to click the little bell. It'll notify you each and every single time that I post a video. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.